Hello and welcome back to the Perseverance event, stage 4, and we're racing around in our what's this, Porsche 911 GT1-98. Okay, so here we just got to beat some 2018 911 RSRs, which is we've spoken about these before. They're just another 911. So here we go. We're at Hockenheim, we got one lap, we're in 8th place. This is pretty simple. You can take that shortcut and you'll be in the lead before turn 2. So, pretty simple one that. I think at this stage, I'm putting up the upgrades that I used to complete the event. I did them all at once because my time was running out on the instant R&D, and I didn't want to have a situation where I need upgrades and I add them and then you got to wait and then or watch ads to get your upgrades on the car. So I just did them all to level 3, and like I've said in the previous video, I shouldn't have done that because this is not a required PR event. It is a recommended PR event, so you could probably do this cheaper. But, you know, 250 gold is not a lot to spend, so you may as well. If you're struggling, there's always some room to upgrade for a little bit cheaper than usual. Getting this car with all level 3s, usually that, like with the Lambo, for example, that Hurricane STO, that was 470 gold for all level 3. So yeah, it's one of the cheaper ones to do. So, like I say, I can't remember when I put the upgrades on. I don't remember struggling with any particular race. Maybe here, because we have to reach a top speed 2 times. So it might be over here that I put the upgrades on. So, okay, so here we go. We've got to. These are these slower cars, and we've got to lap one of them. So we've got to hit top speed twice and lap one of them, and we've got 2 laps to do that. So just stay out of their way. They get in the way, so just try and avoid them and make your way through them pretty quickly and pretty easily, and then just gun it. Just pedal to the middle and go. You can see behind us there Gonzalez, Mr. Gonzalez from Argentina. He's a good marker. We can use him to sort of gauge how far ahead of the pack we are. At the moment, we're going on 500 meters, just about. Yep, there we go. And you would think that, like, to lap these guys, you know, to catch them back up, we got to be somewhere around 1.5 kilometers or so. That's usually where they that's usually the distance, but of course we can't see how close we are or how far ahead we are of the car in last place. We can only see how far we are ahead of second place. So we're coming up now. Oh, now we've gone so far ahead that he's disappeared. We've lost him. There he comes back. There, it's at 1500 meters, so maybe a bit further. But yeah, we should be catching them fairly soon, I hope, because this is coming up to the end. We'll probably catch them like usual in the last corner. So about 2 kilometers is what you can gauge on when you're racing. You want to be about 2 kilometers ahead. Yeah, look at that, we're 1900 and we can see them. There they are, just lap them. It doesn't matter how many you lap, you only have to lap 1. And there you go, done. Yeah, pretty simple one that. Just don't get slowed up in the beginning by crashing and damaging the car and crashing into those slower guys, and you'll be fine. Okay, now this is an elimination. We kind of start by getting given a position, which is, okay, that's nice. There are the slower cars again. They're not the extremely slow kind. Like we just were up against. They are the slightly quicker RSRs, and yeah, we just have to make our way through the pack, 20 seconds between eliminations. So just make sure that when the clock's running out, you're not in last place. That's really as simple as that. We're already halfway through and only one guy's been eliminated, so that's, yeah, again, not too difficult. Not too difficult at all. And you go slide underneath there, here we go. And yeah, we just, oh, I lost it there for some reason. Just went wildly off track. Yeah, that was probably the cat jumping on my lap or something like that. He likes to come up to me and jump up on the arm of the chair, and then like, hey, scratch my face. And then if I don't, like, hey cat, I'm busy racing right now. Then he just rubs his face up against my hand, and that's kind of what happens. Like, so when I'm driving just in a straight line and go, wow, just off to the side or off the track, then that's probably what happened there. The cat needed attention. Little bugger. Anyways, no harm, no foul just yet. 15 cars are still in the race. About to be 14. And we're chasing down the Garcia here. He's in 5th place, we're in 6th. Yeah, as far as braking late in this car goes, it's one of the older cars, the 90s car. The brakes aren't that great. So, and also, yeah, the rear end does tend to slip out if you jump on that accelerator a bit too soon. So, yeah, just need to be a little bit gentle with the throttle and brake maybe half a car length earlier than what you think you should. This here is not a shortcut, but it's also not off track to go on the drag strip there. And if you get it right, it can give you a good run at the straight, which basically just means your speed is up. You get to your top speed quicker. So you'll be going faster than anyone else around you. So yeah, that's just one way of sort of gaining a little bit of an advantage on the opposition. Let's see if we get the braking point correct here. Just as you come out of the corner on the brakes, and we can go nicely down the inside. No slipping and sliding. Bit wide on the exit because you had to keep it tight in the second part of the right-hander. So yeah, a bit wide on the exit, but that's fine. And now it's Elias. He's from Sweden. I don't know if the Elias I'm thinking of it was from Sweden. He was a wrestler. He was in the WWE. I don't know if saying he was a wrestler is the correct term. I don't really remember seeing him wrestle. Maybe his matches just weren't interesting. But he played guitar, and yeah, that wasn't very interesting either. So, but there's Mr. Elias. He used to pretend he was his twin brother, and it was really stupid. And there we go. We've beaten him, and we've beaten the event, and there we go. That race, pretty simple to do. You've got lots of time to catch up and overtake people, so you shouldn't have any problems there. And now the off-track comes. We're not allowed to go off-track, but again, it is not a race, so we'll have a nice clean track in front of us, and we got to win this one. So the idea here is just to get set up nicely through here, get wide and get on the accelerator as quickly as possible, and then stay way out to the left here. You can see just on the curb, take a bit of curb here, flat out through there, and easy peasy speed step. No off track. Because see, just getting 2 tires off track is not off track. Okay? So keep that in mind so you can take those corners nice and wide. That's the end of that stage, and we get some rewards, and yep, okay, this guy's got a private jet. Good for you. Like, braggadocious twat. Look at my private jet. Okay, and stage 5. Treachery. Okay, there's going to be treachery. All right, we're starting off with a hunter event. We are at Suzuka. And think this is just, this is going to be the West Circuit. So Hunter event, he's going to get a 30-second head start in a little Nissan Silvia. These are never a problem. Again, with the Hunter event, we're gonna hit the distance and then try to not go more than the distance by much. Okay, so we're gonna win, but we're not gonna decimate the competition, sort of thing. We're just gonna, Vin Diesel. It doesn't matter whether you win by an inch or a mile. Winning's winning. We're gonna try the winning by an inch thing. That's just bot management and bot slowing. That'll just make it a little bit easier for when we get to the later events. We were doing bot slowing and bot management in the previous video, in the previous 3 stages, and all these stages up to here. So we may as well just continue. And like I say, I've got all 3 level 3 upgrades. You probably won't need that to finish this event. And if you're doing bot slowing and bot management, you definitely won't need to go all the way up to level 3. So you can keep that in mind and keep things slow. You can see there, and back off. There we go. So 400 meters, that was a bit extreme. That was a bit much. Didn't need to go that far. Didn't back it off enough. But those little markers can sneak up on you, and it can be a bit. You can mess it up. So best to try and win without having to redo the event. That's always preferable. Right. Okay. So now off track. We've only got 1 second of off track, and we have to hit average speed. And these guys they're fast, particularly in a straight line, but they're pretty easy to get past. And then the last car here, Victoria from Denmark, it's tricky to try and sort of forced my way through and then ran it wide, and then watch on the straight. We don't have slipstreaming, so that's not really that helpful. I've wasted 9/10 of a second. I nearly failed there, so just don't do what I did. Learn from that and do things properly. But anyway, this is the first try. I'm not trying to be perfect. I'm just trying to win. I just want to earn the car. That's all. So there we go. Muscled the way past there. I don't really want to be bashing into a girl and be known as that guy who bashed the girl off the track, like that dude in the Le Mans race last weekend. That big bully just bashed the girl off the track. Jeez, that wasn't very good, was it? And then we come into the line, just hit average speed before the line, but don't worry, we've got a lap to go. Average speed on this Suzuka East circuit is a bit tricky because it's kind of slow. It's slower with these S-bends. That nobody can take these S-bends as good as Ayrton Senna, let me tell you. Nobody in the history of racing, ever. Just go watch Senna in 1988 taking those S-bends, and absolutely phenomenal. So, and in 89 as well. But there we go, we're through. We've got the average speed up. I'm going to back it off a little bit, and there we go. Alright, so every little bit counts towards bot management. And that is the second one done. We are going for the not stage 5, event 3 of stage 5. I always get that messed up. Alright, so now we've got a time, and it starts immediately. So this is a speed record event, so we have to beat the top speed, and we've got a time limit. So we can't go do silly things like going around the track backwards and doing all kinds of, because we have to do it within the time. Now the time is not a problem. Honestly, the speed is not a problem. If you're having trouble hitting the top speed, then look at some of the upgrades for probably, I'd say the drivetrain should be the first place you go, because that gives you a bit of top speed and a bit of acceleration, and it's, in terms of gold, you spend less on the drivetrain than you do on the engine, so those upgrades are a bit cheaper and you pretty much get the same results. So if you find yourself just behind the top speed, pop a drivetrain upgrade on. Exhaust as well is pretty similar, and it's just that the engine upgrade is usually very expensive and kind of gives you sort of the roundabout the same performance boost as the others. So set yourself up nicely here through the spoon curve, get off here nice and early onto the throttle, and then you should be able to hit the top speed here before the 130R, 140R, whatever this corner is called, where the Toyota went flying off the track. You remember that? Who was that? Was that Duresta? I think it was. Anyways, there's the speed hit, and you can see in terms of time, we got coming out of the last corner, we've got 10 seconds to go. So time, not really the biggest of issues. We're going to win this with 3 seconds left to go. So, not really much of a problem there. I think I've definitely got the upgrades on by now. I just can't remember before which race I put them on. Right, so now this, drive a lap in the opposite direction and get to the start-finish line again before Ahmed does, and he's in his old Porsche. So spin around, go back the wrong way around the track. I just managed to do this first time. These going through the track backwards, as you can see, I'm not very good at going around the track the other way. Some tracks I am, because in some games you do get the reverse version of the track, but I've never come across a game that I remember playing where you go around Suzuka the wrong way around. So yeah, not really used to this. Don't know any of the braking points, don't know any of the acceleration points, and by the looks of things I'm going to catch Ahmed up at the hairpin, so he's going to be on the inside, I'm going to go to the outside. And he put me off a bit, so I just flicked it through the hairpin. Scandy flick through there, and this had me worried now, because he's on the fast section of the track. He's got the straights and the spoon curve and just more straights, and the only real slow corner he has is the final chicane. I've got to go through the tricky S-bend section, which is this is going to be going slower than Ahmed, and I kind of think that where the crossover on the track is the halfway point is kind of what I was thinking, and he obviously we caught up in the hairpin, so I was a bit worried. Like after the crossover I was hoping to catch him at the crossover. So I was thinking, oh no, this is probably going to be a fail. Oh look, there he is. All right, let's play some chicken, and just what a great end to the race. There we go. Okay, so that's stage 5. That was a good fun race at the end there for stage 5. No gold rewards again, but anyway. Okay, so that was stage 5. Let's move on to stage 6. And we're going to be something about someone's being boorish. Cool, that's fine, quite boring. Let's get to racing. So we have to win with your signature skill. I don't know what the signature skill is. Is it the Scandy flick? I don't know. But anyway, whatever our signature skill is, there's no requirements. Don't worry about it. You just have to win. That's all. It's another one of the shorter events. Trying to get it right out of this corner is a bit tricky, but get it right in and out of here. Oh, I slid it a bit, but yeah, still managed it within the time. by a second or so there. So no problems with that autocross event. And next up, Michael is talking nonsense again. Come on, press the frickin' button. Why was I taking so long? That's an edit. Right. We can't go off track and we can't skid for more than a second, and we have to win. Okay, so this is pretty much a duplicate. This is the same event. It's the exact same piece of the track. Look, we're taking this corner a lot better. Just that this one is a speed snap, so we're going to get wide out here and nicely into the curb there. Don't slide it on the exit, and we're going to weave here to get the speed up, and easy. We did it without skidding and no off track. So, yep, 2 nice, quick, short events there. And yeah, Ahmed is yawning. Okay, that's your problem, mate. Go for a lie down. All right, now again, no off track, but well, you got 3 seconds of off track. But now we have to skid. Yeah? Is that what he said there? We have to skid 10 times? Is this that event? Yes, it is. So we've got to skid the car 10 times, which in this car is not a problem, and then win. So yeah, this is at Spa against these guys. They're quicker than you in a straight line. Watch out for a Rouge. They will always crash there. It happens every single race that I've done in this game. Just about every single race there's a crash in a Rouge on lap 1. So I always take a Rouge the first time, just take it a bit cautiously and avoid the crashing that the bots will be doing. And then yeah, I just slid it around a bit here. I'd taken the lead, slid it a bit too much, and that can happen. And then Victoria over there got past me, but no problem to get back past. I've got all my slides in long before the back straight and take it nice and easy through the chicane. And yeah, we're on yeah, it was an elimination race there, so we managed that quite easily. And there's our rewards, and that's it for this video, guys. Stay tuned for the last 2 stages. Until then, have a good time all the time. Cheers.